Hey yo, what's mobbin'? It's the greatest hustler alive, the king of West Philly. Right now we in North, and I'm with Chig Smooth. I know y'all know who Chig Smooth is, man. Don't front on my boy, the biggest on YouTube, and he in the trenches. Winners respect winners. Support my boy. I don't know the jargon. Like, subscribe, all that shit.
Everything.
And don't
comment, share.
Like, comment, share, and don't snitch. Let's win. We the biggest.
Oh boy, here we go, you guys. Fat Joe is currently getting cooked right now on social media. Now, last week, BET shocked everybody when they announced the suspension of the BET HipHop Awards and also the Soul Train Awards. Now, do not get it confused with the regular BET Awards, which actually was amazing for the first time in a very long time this year. Kevin Hart hosted the regular BET Awards this year. They paid homage to a lot of older acts, and a lot of people seem to like it. But for some reason, when it comes to the BET Hip Hop Awards, which I get it can be a little bit confusing, people just don't tune in the same way. Now, the president of BET, Scott Mills, actually spoke out. We have a team that's actively thinking about where these award shows might best live as the media climate continues to evolve. AKA, our numbers for the BET Hip Hop Awards and Soul Train Awards are in the fucking trash. And right now, I'm about to be homeless if we keep these shows going. Now, Fat Joe, who has hosted the BET Hip Hop Awards for the last 3 years, he was on his podcast with Jadakiss and he gave a possible reason as to why they might suspend it. Here's what he said.
You want me to say? You just explain what it would. Do you want
actually,
you to say?
I just gave
I
you
got
the
a different.
thing.
I got a different approach, man.
Okay.
My approach is factual. BET. This is a form of gentrification. What's going on right now? Right. So I don't know if y'all really want to ask me about this shit right here. Right. So BET came up as a community station for Black people. Right. The urban culture. And our man, what is Bob Johnson, took the check. He sold it, first Black billionaire, whatever the case may be. He sold it. He sold it to Viacom and Paramount, MTV and them, VH1 and them. Little by little over the years, quietly, they've been firing a lot of people behind the scenes in BET, and everybody who has something to say, they've been firing them and this and this and that. And I know because I've been working on the BET Hip Hop Awards for 3 years. Shit was like the budget, not for me, but the budget
Just kept getting
chopped and chopped and chopped. And last year, I debuted my single with Khaled in the VMAs, and Katy Perry's still flying through the air in the VMAs. They still blowing out of the cannons. They still flying in the air. They still got all the tricks. They still got the budgets. They got the shit, you know. And so I think in the entertainment world, I don't think I know this was like a form of gentrification. They kept underfunding them, and you ain't got no money to be creative. That's why you was watching the Ratchet Awards and all that. They ain't had no bread. Last year we shot the last joint, and I am
They have bread for what they want to have bread for.
I'm so honored for the opportunity, Connie Orlando and the whole crew to let me host. That was one of the biggest things I ever wanted to do in my life. You know, I look up, if I never told you, I look up to a Steve Harvey. So Steve Harvey's my guy at media that I want to be like. And so, you know, that made me feel like I was Steve Harvey of hip hop and trying to keep it consistent. But I saw what they did to him. They just stopped the budgets. They started firing. I almost said arrested. They started firing a bunch of people who brought a lot to the table. And now we're left with, guess what? This ain't working. But nothing without no money, no promotions, no staff, no nothing works. It just don't work. You might as well have called it the Independent Awards. And so, no Soul Train, no BET Awards, but guess what? We got the VMAs.
Those ain't for us.
Well, you got, you know, I'm being honest with you. I love the VMAs too.
I got the VMA, but then still.
I love the VMAs too, but the point is, that's your answer in a nutshell. That's what.
Now, after Fat Joe made this statement, boy, were people on his ass. This podcaster, Dewan B, said Fat Joe killed the BET Hip Hop Awards, and the numbers prove it. Ever since he hosted, ratings nosedived and the cultural respect for the show vanished. Instead of celebrating the roots of hip-hop and uplifting Black American talent, the show became an industry circus, headlined by someone who's never truly been of our culture. Joe may perform proximity to Blackness, but when it comes to history, lineage, and legacy, he's a visitor, not a builder. And the truth is, even his own community doesn't follow him. You never see Latino media or Latin rap platforms pushing Fat Joe's moves, booking him to speak for their issues, or holding him up as a cultural leader. He only gets propped up when he's around us. And that's the problem. BT putting him front and center was a slap in the face to the architects of the culture. Now the show is gone. Cause and effect. And that was not all from Dewan. He actually made a graph showing the ratings going down when Fat Joe hosted. He said BET Awards viewership dropped from over 3 million live viewers under FBA host Mike Epps to just around 330K under Fat Joe. Fat Joe became the first host in the show's history to fail to cross 1 million live viewers. Now, Benzino also went on social media to call out Fat Joe, and here's what he said.
Fat Joe said it's gentrification after they let his ass host the awards 2 years earlier. And the ratings were the worst ever after he hosted it. Now, this was the HipHop Awards show, right? Why he gonna get on there and say gentrification? Like, gentrification from what? From who? Was it gentrification when you was hosting it, Joey? Stop, man. Joe, you're putting out too much misinformation on the internet, bro. You gotta do better, man. You have a great catalog. Your accomplishments in hip hop are pretty up there, but it's like, to me, you're ruining it with this bullshit. We ain't gonna talk about the lies and the beating up the kids, the 100 kids in the gym, because, everybody got their stories. I respect it. But the BET Awards, to say it was gentrification after you hosted it, after it was probably one of the worst award show ratings ever, nah. And then come and say it was gentrification, that's a slap in BET's face, Joe, and a slap in the coach's face. It wasn't gentrification when you was hosting it, right? Come on, man. You gotta do better, bro. Man, so back to Fat Joe, man. It ain't gentrification, it's just that BET just didn't know how to put on the awards. Once they did the Hip Hop Awards and with the awards, it was too much. They should have kept the BET Awards. They should have had a real healthy rap part in there. Because the BET Awards have always been great, the award show. But they started going away from the older legends. When they put the legends on and made it an older, it was good. They transformed the regular BET Awards to the Hip Hop Awards, and they already had the Hip Hop Awards. That was a mistake. At one point, BET's award show was legendary. The awards, not the hip hop. Only the Source Hip Hop Awards did it right for hip hop. But when Fat Joe comes up here and says, "Oh, it's gentrification," man, get the fuck out of here. Was it gentrification when your ass was hosting it, right? It actually was. That's when it was gentrification, Joey. You didn't even know it. The award show wasn't getting ratings. It died when it was diving before you got there. When you got there, it really died. And that's just a fact.
Now, Fat Joe actually stepped down from the committee, and according to him, it was only because 2 Chainz asked him to.
I resigned as host of the BET Hip Hop Awards because, real shit. 2 Chainz said I've been monopolizing, so he said, "Yo, let me host. I know I could be a good host." I said, "You know what, my brother? You could be the host next year."
He passed the torch officially?
Yeah. The 2 Chainz. BT don't know that.
Now, I'm not sure if Fat Joe is solely the main reason why these shows are being canceled or paused, but if you're BT and everybody that works up there, you gotta ask yourself a lot of questions. Do people even care about these 2 shows? You already kind of struggle to bring in stars for the regular BET Awards, so I could definitely see why the numbers drop for your other award shows. What if you combined all 3 shows, BET Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards, and also Soul Train Awards into one show? That way, you're guaranteed crazy numbers, and at least you're going to have stars pull up. Or take it to the streamers. Do what a lot of these shows have been doing. But from what it sounds like, it does not look good for the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards as well. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Benzino calling out Fat Joe for basically being the reason why the BET Hip Hop Awards is no longer? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.